You don't have a thing to fear but fear itself. Whenever public officials come up forthrightly and take a stand and says, this is the law, brethren, and we want all of you to obey the law, you will find that the people out there, like we find in the church, are more ready than we give them credit for. Do you know that the people in the pew are more ready to be Christians than we sometimes who are the leaders? This is as important as trying to find out whether we're going to pull all these cities in or leave some of them out. I guess you call them your superiors, or say your elected officials, should be called upon at a very early date, apparently to tell you, if you don't seem to think that you could give the decision, to tell you what to do, or advise you what they're willing to do.
I want to solve these things in an orderly way, if I can. And
Mr.
there is no question, I think, there's no dispute as to the law. But the question of fact is much, much different than just law. And I'm just not about to do anything that's going to create a big issue. There hasn't been any real big problems between the races.
Big issues when you face human rights of people, and what I have said in the previous to now is that we have to face these issues sometime.
All right.
Somewhere.
All right.
And the only thing we are asking is that you tell us.
If it's true that the decisions of the Supreme Court can be effectuated today, they ought to be. But in any event, there should be, and you are entitled to an immediate plan of program.
100%, just like the United States Supreme Court did. Give a unanimous decision and say, this is the law, and we want you to be law-abiding citizens, and you do this thing according to the law, we will have no trouble. But on the contrary, so many of the public officials, and this doesn't mean you, but I'm only citing what has happened in some instances in the past. So many public officials have not been willing to grapple with this problem and say, this is the law.